Hey, brother Matt, you were saying in Genesis there was two separate accounts of Jacob and the encounter that he had with God, right?
Yes, more
32 and 35.
It was
Chapter
in two
32 and
different
35.
places where his name was changed from Jacob to
Now, is there any proof of that? Is there any proof of that?
You got 6
Yes, it is. I got what now?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Man, I had that book out. Y'all gotta forgive me. But in my book, 101 Myths of the Bible, How Ancient Scribes Invented Biblical History by Gary Greenberg, president of the Biblical Archaeology Science of New York. Again, you can go to the biblical scholars and they're going to tell you the same thing. It's only the people that's not looking at the research that's going to tell you that it's all true. There are two separate accounts of the name Jacob being changed to Israel in the Bible. Two separate accounts. In one, in Genesis 35, y'all can write this down, Genesis 35, chapter 9 through 10, or 9 through 14, they say that God changed Jacob's name to Israel at a place named Bethel. And at Genesis 32, 24 through 32, they say that Jacob wrestled with an angel, and he wrestled with him all night, and then he got his blessing, and his name was changed at a place called Peniel. His name was changed at a place called Peniel. But that was only because, like I said, you had them writing an account, and you had them writing an account. And over time, they tried to merge those accounts together over the redactions, over the rewritings. They tried to merge those accounts together to make them make sense. But in one place, his name was changed to Israel at one place called Bethel. And in another version, in the same book, his name was changed to Israel at a place called Peniel. How is that possible? If not, if two people was writing the book. You also have things,
places where his name was changed from Jacob to Israel.
Right. I want to clear that up. I want to clear up the fact that the first place is actually where he wrestled with God. That's where him and God had that battle when they fought all night, and God simply touched him on his hip and, you know, broke him down, and he told him, "I'm not gonna let you go until you bless me."
He wrestled with God.
He wrestled with God.
Of the universe.
Right. He wrestled with God.
We deal with that in a little bit.
Right. He wrestled with God of the universe. But simply, you know it is God because it was a simple touch, and he separated his hip socket. A touch. He wrestled with him all night, but God simply touched him and separated him. Right. He said, "I'm gonna name this place Peniel because this is where he seen God face to face, and his life was preserved." Now, if you go over to 35,
You skipped a few things though, brother.
I'm just paraphrasing the whole.
Well, we need to get to the point. We're talking about his name being changed. He told God
Right.
that he would not let him go
Until you bless me.
Okay, so why did he let him go if he didn't get the name changed? And that's what he was holding him all night for until the daybreak.
He did bless him. He changed his name from Jacob to Israel.
At Peniel, right?
At Peniel.
Okay, now let's get to the.
Okay, now.
We want to
but I want
clarify
to
for the
finish that.
people.
He
'Cause
said
I do know the
because
story.
I'm going to name this place Peniel because this is where I've seen God face to face and my life was preserved. I said that for a particular reason.
And his name was changed. He wouldn't let him go until he got that
Name
particular
changed.
message.
But if you go to Genesis 35, go down to verse 9, it says, "And God appeared to Jacob again." And then it says, when he came from Pandan, well, how do you say it? Pandanom, he blessed him. Right? This is, where's my point at? Find it back here. This is what he called Bethel, because this is where God had spoken to him. See, the first place he named when they wrestled and his life was preserved. The second place he named is where he met God again and he blessed him and he gave him the name. He blessed him both times.
And in both places they say his name was changed to Israel.
But
you didn't read the verse.
it's two separate
I'm
accounts.
going to let you finish, but I just want to say that for the people. In both places, it says he was blessed.
Right.
And in both places, it says that his name was changed. And it's two different locations. Exactly what I said. Now, how you choose to rectify that with your belief it's on you. I have no problem with that. But the fact remains, at one place, he wrestled with God, as you say, until he got his blessing. He said, "I will not let you go until you bless me." Right? That's what he said.
Right.
And he eventually let him go. So he
time.
got his blessing. And the blessing was to have his name changed from Jacob to Israel. Now that's the story. You didn't read the part about where he got his name changed. Now in this other location, again it says that he was blessed and that his name was changed. And my point stands that in two separate places, you have Jacob getting a blessing and having his name changed. That's my point. The
But
point
it's two
stands
different
based on the
reasons.
text.
The first reason is because he fought with God and his life was preserved. The second reason is because he had a face-to-face conversation with God.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. And I'm gonna stand up because now we're getting somewhere. Two different reasons, right? You just said it. The first was because of this. The second was because of this.
Right.
Go back to the picture I drew. The nation has split. So you had the tribe of Judah instituting something, and you had the other, you had the Israelites in the northern kingdom instituting something. In one, you have a situation of someone overpowering this God to get the name changed. In the other instance, there's no wrestle, there's no struggle. So you had a priesthood concocting the story of the origins of Israel based on the oral traditions. And in the other area, you had just with the military might of the king. The most important thing to him and what he was writing about the origins of Israel was the appearance that how can you wrestle with God, really, and win?
You're missing that one key word in 35:9 when it says again. God came to him again.
And
This is
you
after
missing
they
the key
wrestled.
words: blessed, name changed, Israel, Bethel, Peniel. Two locations, two blessings.
Two different times.
And my point was, Jacob had his name changed at two different locations. And you're reading the verses, it's only proving what I'm saying. Now, how you rectify that with your belief, why you think is there, I'm okay with that. But it's at two different places. In both places, he got a blessing. And in both places, his name was changed from Jacob to Israel. That's my only point. Now, if you want to say why it happened in two different places, you have every right to do that. The point stands. At two different places, Jacob got a blessing and his name was changed. My position is because you had the nation of Israel split, you had Judah, you had Israel, and you had two separate people writing the origins of the history of their nation. And what was important to them, what they wanted to highlight, that's what they put in. That's my point.
If you have time, visit my website. I am an author. I wrote a book, not a book on history. It is an urban fiction novel entitled Suicide Note. You can get the first 4 chapters for free to get a feel for the book to see if you like it. Just go to the website and send your information with a request for it, and I'll send it right over to you. And you can actually purchase the entire book, the ebook version of my book Suicide Note, for only $3 just by going to the website. And the website is on your screen, thechosenfew.webs.com. I appreciate all of your support.